total disconnect now between the ruling group and the masses. And the masses have got to show some stomach for once. And they've got to be prepared to vote for radical people who will clear out New Labour, clear them out. Here in the north, in the south, in the east, in the west, outside England, within Britain and elsewhere. Clear them out. And the Tories will do no good either. You've got to clear them out. And the Liberals are just a block in between the other two that give the other two their ideas. All the sort of destructive ideas that Phillips is in favour of and that I talked about earlier. You've got to clear them out as well. There needs to be a new start. And it won't be UKIP and it won't be the Greens. Even though there are good ideas which are green, and the idea of leaving the European Union, the UKIP option, is an attractive one that should be supported. But there is only really one option for this country, and that is to vote for a party which is patriotic, which is British, which is elitist, which is nationalistic, which believes that the only socialism or the only social concern that really is validated by history, by genetics, by identity, is patriotism. Patriotism is the only thing that ties people together within a group in their difference. It aligns people together. It can overcome the breaches and divisions of class within our society. The blue of social conservatism, opposed in shorthand to everything UAF says that they stand for. The red of socio-economic concern, particularly for people at the bottom of the prior economic pyramid. The Tories have no concern about such people at all. The Conservative definition of patriotism excludes half the population from the very beginning. We must bring the two classes together. We must bring the North and the South together. We must bring the red and the blue together. And if you look at the Union flag, there's plenty of white in the red, white and blue. And let's say to all of the politicians who've ruled us for 45, for 50, for 60 years, that we don't like Mr. Phillips and his Equality Commission, that equality in relation to others, in relation to us, is inequality in relation to us, and we don't favour it. That we don't favour political correctness, that we don't favour the ideologies that have been imposed on us, which are a soft form of Marxism peddled by New Labour and their friends, whether they're in the trade unions or even in the boardrooms of European companies that have friendly contacts in the European Union. That we don't agree with what has been done in the last 50 or 60 years. And there is only one way in which that can change. There is only one way in which our people can rescue the plight in which they find themselves. And that is to vote for this political party, to support tendencies of the right and of patriotism and of national renewal. To realise that what will this country be like in 120 years on present trends? What will the health service be like? What will the level of taxation be like? What will an average inner comprehensive school be like in 80 years? Never mind 120. Look at what they're like now. In South London now, schools have 200 cameras inside them. Schools have metal detectors to take the koshes, the knives and the guns off the students before they go in. And that's before they've even got in. But as we're told, GCSE and other standards rise on every year. The standards go up, but they can't read and write, and there isn't a job to them to go to. And when they emerge from these pits, they end up talking like Jamaican gangsters on imported US television programmes. This needs to change. And the only way it will change isn't through fantasies, isn't through marching like the English Defence League in city streets. It's through voting. And it's through politics. It's the only chance we've got. And 2/3 of our people won't even vote in the European elections. They can't moan if they don't vote. And the only vote that's meaningful is for the British National Party. The only vote that threatens the establishment is for this party, is for the tendencies of opinion that it represents. And when you vote, you're voting against what Brown stands for. You're voting against what Obama institutionalises. You're voting against what the European Union stands for. But you're not just voting against, you're voting for. You're voting for what you are. You're voting for this land. You're voting for this village, stroke town. You're voting for this region. You're voting for what your grandfather and father fought for. Vote for them. Vote for yourself. Vote for the generations who are coming. And always support strength and identity and freedom of speech and England and Britain forever. Thank you very much.
9:30. The meeting will come to a close very shortly. Before I close the meeting, as usual, I'd like to wish you a very safe journey home. Avoid the speed cameras, if you can. Kevin's called an activist meeting. Some of you must weigh up your options and do what you can. If it's a little bit, it'll help, but do what you can. And I'll leave you with these thoughts, and I've said it before at many meetings. A great man once said that life must have a purpose, otherwise it's a nonsense. The BNP is that purpose. Meeting closed, ladies and gentlemen.